I'm here with Marc Moncion, right? Did I say that right?
You did say that correct. It's a French name. It's Moncion, but Moncion's okay.
I'm English. She's the French one behind the camera. So anyway, so you're Fleet Complete, and you're working with the ELDs. You're partnered with TELUS, those kind of things. So we've got some new stuff coming in. Well, first of all, what are you doing here at Expocam?
So here at Expocam, we're just promoting our product, but also I'm here from a regulatory perspective. I'm trying to demystify some of the questions that are being asked of me about ELD, how the similarities and differences are with the U.S. regulation and what's proposed in Canada. So I've been fielding a lot of questions on that.
It's amazing when you bring in technology, everybody goes crazy. So just give me one. You and I are going to do a longer episode on this because I think it's a very important topic. But just give us maybe one difference that's really a striking point that maybe...
Probably the biggest difference is in the United States, ELD vendors are allowed to self-certify their devices, which essentially they just register with FMCSA, and anybody and their brother can just post on there that they're certified. And what happens to the motor carrier is that if they don't have the output file to display to the DOT inspector at roadside, they'll be placed out of service and cited, and then they'll be given 30 days to actually get a properly certified device, and that could be problematic for a carrier that has, say, 100 vehicles on the road at all different locations, retraining the drivers, getting them comfortable with new devices. So that's been very problematic.
When they were bringing them into the U.S., there was this giant backlash, I'm going to say, from the industry, more so the drivers. We're not using them. We don't want to use them. Are you hearing that same concern here from the Canadian counterparts?
No, not so much with that, because I think the pain points have actually taken place, and a lot of the motor carriers that are domiciled in Canada are also transporting goods to the U.S., so they have to comply with the ELD mandate. What's going to be complicated is because the mandate in Canada and the grandfathering clauses that are proposed for Canada are not going to mirror those dates in the U.S. So they could be compliant with AOBRD, then require ELD by December 16, 2019, and then they have a grandfathering position in Canada, so they're going to have with like a mixed fleet, which could be problematic.
Yeah, and I see someone showing the wrong inspector, the wrong, material or data, and causing more problems in a way, right, with our different systems.
Well, yeah, so like I'm an ex-DOT MTO officer, so like I'm an old boys school network where I was used to paper, and you have inspectors now having to look at like 200 and 300 different kinds of devices. They have to get up to speed. What's AOBRD? What's an ELD? We want you to transfer it through ERODs. It's not required under AOBRD in the US. So there's been some confusion there, but here in Canada, I'm on the federal committee, and I've committed to actually work with the enforcement community to try and demystify what this is all about. So that's on its way in the future.
The enforcement community are usually either ex-truck drivers or ex-police officer, or whatever, whichever they come out of second career, I guess. Are they having the same problem with technology as we have with drivers who are 55 trying to get them up to speed?
You're absolutely correct. Like they're used to paper, and they'll just basically say, I don't want to see this device. Like I want to, like the old school thing, just show me the paper. Or some are sophisticated. Same thing with drivers, they're used to technology, they're used to cell phones, they're used to tablets, and it's a seamless transition. So it's like anything else. There'll be some hiccups, but hopefully through training we'll be able to bridge that.
I hope so. Well, we're gonna combat this on a longer episode. Just wanted to touch base here, and thank you so much for your time today, Marc. Appreciate it.
It's really my pleasure, Bruce, and congratulations on Lead Pedal. It's a great podcast.
Great, thank you so much.